Mexican president offers to vaccinate unlawful migrants in U.S.
Here's a summary of the article.
3-minute read. Mexico City, Mexico's president said on Wednesday he was ready to provide coronavirus vaccines to undocumented migrants in the United States, after the governor of the U.S. state of Nebraska said they would likely not get vaccinated due to immigration status. It's a universal right. We would do it, President Andrés Manuel López Obrador told a regular government news conference when asked if Mexico would vaccinate undocumented migrants in the United States, many of which are Mexican nationals. The comments on Tuesday about workers at Nebraska's meat packing plants by State Governor Pete Ricketts, a member of President Donald Trump's Republican Party, had provoked criticism from public health and migrant advocates. The Washington-based Migration Policy Institute estimates 11% of Nebraska's meat packing workers, and 10% of the workers nationwide, lack legal immigration status. Widespread COVID-19 outbreaks occurred at meat packing plants in the United States in the spring, helping spread the virus around rural America where plants are concentrated. Roberto Velasco, a senior Mexican diplomat for North America, responded to Ricketts on Tuesday night. To deprive undocumented essential workers of COVID-19 vaccination goes against basic human rights, he wrote on Twitter, including Ricketts' Twitter handle and citing text from the UN's Declaration of Human Rights.
This post received a score of 53,000, with an upvote ratio of 85%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I had no idea how much people hate this guy before reading this thread. LMAO.
When El Chapo's son was arrested, the cartels besieged the entire city of Culiacán. He basically told the cartels and the world that the Mexican government can be pushed around and bullied by criminals. If cartels had, say, taken over the city of Houston, America would have marched the entire goddamn military into the city and put that shit on lockdown. I disagree with what is happening in the capital, and with some of the riots that have taken place.
I highly recommend you listen to Ed Calderon's Rogan interview. It highlights a lot of the problems with dealing with the cartel. Ultimately it would have been a bloodbath, with more civilians, cops, military and their families dead than cartel members.
Exactly. The cartel was going to do exactly that. People just love to hate.
Yes and no, the government created the problem that they solved. I live in Los Mochis and I was here when the government apprehended El Chapo. It wasn't a bloodbath or a siege of the city, it was a well-executed operative. On the other hand, what happened in Culiacán was not well done at all.
Well, they weren't holding civilians and cops' families hostage in Los Mochis. Culiacán was a whole other story.
Like I said, one was an organized operative and the other wasn't. The president thought he had bigger balls or he was better than the previous president, another asshole, since Peña did it. The AMLO administration thought it was easy today. Grab a one mafia boss.
No puede pasar un puto dia sin decir una pendejada.
PR stunt from the piece of shit. Can't even finish vaccinating all hospital personnel.
Don't worry, he asked the Reyes Magos for more vaccines. Not making this shit up, by the way. He literally jokes about that. Edit. Just gonna put an edit for all the morons saying Mexicans hate him because we are right-wing. He is a populist moron that's pretending to be left-wing. Both the left and right hate him and many of his policies are completely against the environment. He has asked people to go out and hug each other during the pandemic.
There is no need for a vaccine if you have the amulet to protect you against the virus.
That's what he meant. He will give you an amulet.
I can't believe Reddit has a hard-on for this pathetic piece of shit. He's truly the Mexican version of Trump. He's just fucking awful, from trying to eliminate clean energy programs, nixing programs that benefit kids with cancer, encouraging people to keep hugging when Mexico started to get hit with COVID. We are the worst country in the world with how we manage the pandemic, trying to control the judiciary, trying to reform the central bank so it answers to him, to all this awful shit he's been doing.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.